Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard bearer. As our foul Tarnish makes his way to the gates of Stormvale Castle, he's greeted by heavy resistance. Surely breaching the front gates would be suicide, so the Tarnish finds another way around. As the foul Tarnish seeks an alternate route, he runs into none other than Gatekeeper Gustak. Gustak informs our Tarnish about an alternate route into the castle, so our Tarnish makes his way to the cliff of Stormvale. As our Tarnish ascends the castle, he's met with minimal resistance, but resistance nonetheless. Our Tarnish beats through several of the Stormvale soldiers before making his way to the inner guts of the castle. As our Tarnish ascends through this labyrinth of stairways, he comes across a door. Our Tarnish enters the room to find a chest, but that's not all he finds. The foul Tarnish is ambushed by a knight clad in heavy armor. The knight fashions a battle stance before releasing a battle cry, pushing our Tarnish back. The knight rushes the Tarnish, beating him back with a flurry of strikes. The Tarnish ends up backed into a corner, and unfortunately he is impaled by this knight. But as quickly as the knight strikes him, our Tarnish manages to deal a glancing blow, beating the knight back. The knight backs up to regain his footing before charging at the Tarnish once more, but the Tarnish parries the blow, and in one swift strike brings down the heavy knight. With his health depleted, our Tarnish sips an Estus flask and cherishes this moment of brief respite. As our Tarnish continues through Stormvale, he can't help but notice all the limbs hanging from the castle, most likely put there to be grafted onto another. As our Tarnish continues, he chops down all manner of creatures that lie in his wake. Eventually, our Tarnish would find himself at a site of grace at Stormhill Shack. It is at this point our Tarnish would encounter none other than Rodrika. Rodrika would go on to let the Tarnish know everyone's been grafted, their arms taken, their legs, even their heads taken and stuck to the spider. As our Tarnish takes note of what Rodrika says, he would remember back to his confrontation with the grafted scion. As it's all starting to make sense, a spider-like abomination that has been grafted with the limbs of many fallen warriors. It dawns on our hero that's why he's been seeing all the limbs hanging from Stormvale Castle. As the Tarnish continues to investigate the grafted, he would eventually make his way to Stormvale, where he'd encounter none other than Godric the Grafted. Mighty dragon, thou art a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. I command thee kneel.